What even makes you think you can kill me?
Watch me. Hello, Awklets. We're going to be playing Slay the Princess. Description simple. You're here to slay the princess. Do not believe her lies. I was told that if I liked Signalis, I'd like this. So we're going to give it a try. First things first, though. Content warning. This is a horror game and it's not intended for all audiences. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Moving the mouse around changes the perspective. That's fun.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But why? Oh, there's so many choices. Hold up. What? Oh, no. Do you just go kill her and just move on? Turn around and leave? Can I just go? Hold up, I'm leaving.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Uh-huh.
Do you even know where you're going?
No. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Oh, voice of the hero, that's me, isn't it?
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
The narrator and the hero sound the same. Similar to me, anyway.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
When the GM says that you're going off track. Nope, we're turning. We're leaving again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Dead. They'll be dead. Like, really dead. Truly dead. Dead. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
You're gonna force me in.
Fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Why? Is she like a god now? Did I have to kill a god?
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Please tell me I'm just going to be in the room with the princess.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
But does each cabin have a princess of its own in it? Because that's kind of a, paradox at that point.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin. The cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
I still have to walk through the door, though. I can just sit outside the door.
Wait, what's going on?
We broke it.
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Is it certain death? It hasn't killed me yet, narrator.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
I think it's just a black screen. Everyone's dead. Congratulations. It's your fault. Chapter 2, The Stranger. Wait, that was actually the end?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Oh, it starts over.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Is it walled off now? I don't have a choice. Was that there before?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Hey, yeah, the walls are new. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me into the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Or, someone might have not even gone to the princess at all. I'm loving this.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, he remembers.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Contrarian. We have... Oh, is this like a, is this kind of like a Disco Elysium type thing where we have different voices in our head? Different types? I like that.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Oh my god.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
I don't think that's my voice, though.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Yep. Okay, head to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Why, can you see the little lie in parentheses, too?
A warning before you go any further.
Oh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I mean, narrator, so far you've lied and cheated and done everything to get me to slay her. So...
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
I don't have a choice. Proceed to the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Oh, I like that too. How things wiggle around. Okay, so we have a time distortion princess. Or narrator.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm gonna click on the mirror.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
I mean, have you seen what they've done to the cabin? Narrator, if you can do this to the cabin, can't you just, kill her yourself?
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Interdimensional space princess, duh.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
I don't think it is.
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong.
Can I leave anyway?
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Facts as facts.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Well?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Gonna make me narrator?
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
What if I like the stressful geometry?
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm fine.
Poor hero.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Stabbing the mirror. Approach the mirror. Oh, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall? Yeah, silly GM.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
Let's do it.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
We're gonna go look
There's
at the mirror.
definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I also want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. I want to approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What about the mirror?
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and
I have
rub
a
your
claw.
hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Am I like part dragon? Why do I have scales?
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Are we the princess? Do we take the blade or we not? We're just gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Oh.
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Who says that we're going down?
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
No, she lives at one of the end of the branches.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Told you.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Kill? Not really, I don't have a knife.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
What gives the thought that it's a trap? The fact that we couldn't get away from it, or the fact that the stairs look like this? Or, you know, the whole cabin situation.
We don't even have a weapon.
No, we don't.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
We spare her.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
Question mark?
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Okay, this is going to be the tick off the narrator run, I think. We always go left. Harsh stairs to the left, let's do it.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel.
Pain is rewarding, just means there's something worth it at the end.
The air around you grows cold the further you progress.
It's
At
fine.
first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold.
I mean, at least it's numb, we can't feel.
Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
The place looks normal now. There's also no wall.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
I like the little squiggles, the scribble
Consumption
version.
and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
Love? Hi. You're a little sassy.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Welcome to an alternate timeline, my dear. That's how dimension hopping works.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
All the contrary, and I love you.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
To propose to her, right? Right.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Does she? Her eyes are literally glowing. There's also whatever's happening to the bars up here. What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Right.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
Oh, we have multi-princesses. What's the next one?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
No, it's just a different timeline, my dear.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter?
I wasn't. I mean, technically I was, right?
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them, if it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
I mean, I wasn't here before, so there's really nothing for me to remember. Maybe future me will.
Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Okay. Why is this one entire choice? Did I break it? I'm getting you out of here, try and free her. And I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you and I can't trust anything here and leave. I can do both. Let's try it.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish alone.
It's what happens when time doesn't exist. Just is all at once.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
No, it's just what lack of time looks like, because we have no time as a human perception. I hope I'm right. I hope all my ramblings is correct. I dabble in this stuff so much.
But this... we can't...
You can. You're not a single person. You're multiple people in different times.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
That's fine. I like the one in her hair, the one behind her.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
I like that fade. That was cool.
falls apart.
No, she just has 3 heads now.
I think he's gone.
We killed the narrator.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We can try.
We should help her. I think we did this.
I think it was a combined effort.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
They have one big crown now, how it all kind of merges together.
Please.
I have multiple choices again? No. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. I think we'll go with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with you, honey. It's your cabin. It's your mash of timelines. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Was that wrong? Mirror! But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone. Replaced with something else. The mirror!
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Is she us?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone. Very good observation. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Why not? The mirror didn't scare you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
We'll find out.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
You already said that. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. But the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Hi, princess. You're at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
We're not going to attack, we're not going to destroy ourselves. Do you know the narrator? Are you going to lie and tell me that he's like some big bad thing? Let's see. I like the music. I wouldn't say trapped me here. I'm not going to ask about the narrator because we kind of have an idea on that one. And I think I'll do that for another run. I don't think you're what sent me. I mean, it doesn't matter what they say here. It doesn't matter what they say here, just what happens now.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay. I feel like I brought you a lot of perspectives already. I practically broke the room with perspectives. But if you want more. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? No, because that's just another alternate form.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Yeah. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done.
Yeah.
To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
She's not being semantic. It's literally how it is. Let it be. Okay, make me forget. Because then you're just going to make it happen anyway, aren't you? Let's ask.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
She doesn't care. She's timeless. We just wait together. I feel like we're actually getting some really cool story here. I don't think I want to. Do we just wait until I give up? Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Okay, but then you're gonna make me forget it.
You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. The Hero and the Princess, Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, do we just go flat out kill her for this run, since it started over?
You're here to slay her.
Okay, we're not gonna ask questions, we're just gonna do it.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, we're just gonna kill her. We're not gonna say a word, we're just gonna kill her.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely
No
bare.
mirror.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Very similar parallels.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Is it though? Just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Hi. No, I said we're gonna be silent. We're just gonna be quiet and kill her.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Watch me.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder.
How can you talk so calmly with your lungs probably punctured?
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Looks more annoyed than anything else.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
No.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Does she speak?
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
This is all on fire.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
I mean, we did just practically kill reality. Or perception, I should say.
What happened?
You killed perception.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I would know. I'm the narrator. I said so. Oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind.
We're just gonna be a good boy.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Okay.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Thank you, narrator.
Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Oh yeah, we are. It's our life now. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Are the heroes the one that's fighting back now? No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
We're timeless. We don't have to worry about time. Time is meaningless to me. There is no time here.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
Why? It's not like there's a rush.
The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears.
I'm happy. I'm too happy to care.
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence, Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What? That didn't count? Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I spoke to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Do I have to imagine her coming back to life or I have to kill myself? I probably can't say that.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
It's also that. I mean, we know where it is. It's down in the basement.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
No, we just want to stab the princess a few more times.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
You're right, we should kill it with a knife. We'll make it stop. Don't worry, narrator.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Anything to get out of this place.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hero's going crazy because he can't save anybody.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
You have to give us more stuff to do. The hero's gonna go crazy.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
She gone?
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre. Can I haunt things? Am I a ghost?
You're on a path in the woods.
But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
You did.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, he's pretending.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Ooh, I like you.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Do we listen to the cold? I think we listen to the cold. We don't need to whine about why it is. We already did that. Proceed to the cabin.
She will lie.
Oh, we know this
she
one.
will cheat. She won't be a problem.
Oh, I like him so much.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
The mirror's back.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Yeah, it was us last time. We just left.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Let's just approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
I love the gold. Let's just take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell.
Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally.
Naturally.
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Try not to block the subtitles.
Okay. She's definitely dead.
Dead. Like dead. Forever dead.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh, hi dear.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Oh, ghosty.
And finally,
Hi.
the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Oh, it's fine.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Nothing. Okay, I really like Cold. Cold is my favorite so far.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Gonna correct them?
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
This is fine.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I mean, X marks the spot. If we wanted to. Do it.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
However, she's perception, so she can crush me.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
I'm sorry.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
The narrator made me. I was happy in a cabin for a while till my, other half got bored. So I can say boredom brought me here. Slay the princess harder. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Because she's perception. She's a god, practically.
You don't look dead, Killer.
I was.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
You wanna kill me and find out?
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here.
I'm here now.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
about that. I can't come and go as I please. I'm stuck here too.
After all, you own me.
But you can come with me. You'll be stuck.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
I mean, if you're into that sort of thing.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Can you stop our narrator?
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Invasion of privacy much?
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Oh, it's in the narrator, not the voice in my head. Well, also the voice in my head.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
You know we have to. If I let you in, do I still get to be in control?
Sure, why not?
Yay! Gonna shake on it?
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
You wanna bet?
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
Sure, sounds great. Do it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Thanks for the body, killer.
You're welcome.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
No, she's here with us now. Listen, she's gonna speak next, probably.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
But
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
yeah,
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to be you?
what glass? The mirror?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
The hero.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Yeah,
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
I feel called out.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
The narrator.
You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Oh, shush.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there, like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's not nice, princess.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
A god. I guess a god's not the right word. A concept is the right word.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
So if she's the concept of perception, like what her other voices did, if we take her literally, like she's what makes things perceived as they are, does that mean that the narrator would be observation? The way things should be, facts, order. He gives plenty of orders.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
I hope just the narrator and our princess bicker.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone. Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Slay the princess. Oh, we can think just fine. Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
But why, narrator? Why is that the way?
You don't know that.
I do.
How?
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
No, hero, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be part of your world. It can be part of the, perception.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Their timelines hold.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Can he?
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
Because you can't. Your observation, she's perception.
And wine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen. You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Finally!
What's on the other side, princess?
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. You collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
Death? Did we die again?
Yes?
Oh, here we go. We brought you a fragment.
Nothing. He's gone. And so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
No, there was no world to end. It's just the cabin.
We're still here.
Right?
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, my theory so far. We are not part of the world. We're stuck in this little time loop sort of situation. Not time loop, timeline situation. We are bringing back the fragments of essentially a dead god back together to make it whole again to fight, what, Order? The narrator? So we're bringing back fragments of perception to fight Order / the narrator.
Alright, let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Guess I'm not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
You're welcome. That counts, right? We just brought a fragment out.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Yes. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No, she's fine.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Ooh. I can talk to myself now. I like that. I could say, of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Or, it's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared. First approach. I think we're going to reassure ourselves.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You said that already. It's okay.
You don't need to comfort him.
But I want to. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
It's okay.
Whatever makes you happy.
Well, the hero didn't like what made me happy. It drove the hero insane. Approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's inside it. You've grown. Have I? You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. I missed you.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yay.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do we have more questions? I don't think we do. I think we know the premise. What's it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? Is it though? It doesn't feel like a riddle to me. It feels like she's making sense. Am I crazy? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
She's going through puberty, guys. It's fine.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
No, but what would you like? I need to know what sort of things you're into.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Perfect. At least she's not high maintenance. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart.
I'm glad we picked that one first, then.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Does the order I bring them matter? Like what she's capable of? Like if I got one that was really angry and vengeful, I'd just be screwed over in the next run? So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow? I mean, it's not a matter of preference. It's going to have to be, getting them all. She's a puzzle piece. You don't ask which pieces the puzzle would like first. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Yet.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Some of these are really silly questions. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Until she says she's done, silly. Okay, we'll just go down some of these options. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
It's literally just her growing up, Betty. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
And I'll bring you another puzzle piece.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I have a lot of theories. I'm not sure if I'm right, but a lot of it seems to be clicking pretty easy for me. Like the basic premise behind it. I like my timeline theory so far, the perception thing, and the order versus chaos behind it. Oh, hi. How are you? Hi. Welcome. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye.